Welcome to this tutorial. This is how you shade hair, like this weird realistic hair. So you see, so first we start off with this material tool. So right here, right here, this image thing. So this is my first face reveal. So this is what I actually look like, guys. I was supposed to do a fake face reveal by changing my hair color, but actually that wasn't right, like really. So I use this female one pose 6, so I place it right here. So first you need to start off with a body guide so you know where your hair is at. So next you could add another layer and then add front hair. Mainly you use the front hair at first, so use this brush called oil hair. Pick any color you want, but okay, let me start off with the color pink, like this. Now you enable these force fades, which is right here. Then you enable force fade and make length of start and end to 100. Okay, so then you just draw on some hair, like this. Well, this isn't blue hair, but it's okay. I hope that this is the same technique. So then next you put a layer right here behind the body guide. Make the body guide a little like this, like you scroll this one to change the opacity. So then you use this for a better experience. So then you make the back hair. If you want your OC to have a ponytail, do the same, but okay, so here's how to do the back hair. So make sure it's attached to the head. You could also do it like this. I prefer making it larger, okay, like this. I prefer doing it upside down because I prefer tracing up. Now there you go. And if you want any gradients on your hair, here's how to add a gradient. But first I need to save this color. So if you want yellow gradient, so here's how to do it. I think no, this isn't right. So you see, I think you use flat watercolor mix. Then this is how you add gradients, like this. For some reason I wouldn't be needing gradients since this isn't a gradient making tutorial, but it's okay. I'll make a gradient making tutorial after this tutorial. So yeah. Then if you want to add your OC a ponytail, add a ponytail, and you have to put it behind the back hair. Don't make it too large, okay, because the ponytails aren't so large. So right here you make the ponytail like this. But if you want to ponytail one, you could also make any type of ponytail you want, but right like this. Here's how I did it. So then I add a scrunchie by using the felt tip and harden, and any color you want for the scrunchie. I know it doesn't look much high quality like this, but okay. I prefer also you could duplicate the layer. So this is how you duplicate the layer. You press this thing and there's a duplicate layer option. Although I already did it, so to make 2 ponytails, duplicate the layer and press on this thing. Invert layer horizontally and you move it. However, I have to make it rotated like this. You could also merge them by doing these. Okay, now you add a layer on top of this one but behind the front hair, which could be the rear hair front. Now this could be pretty difficult, guys, but yeah, I'll try my best. So you see, get back to oil. This is really weird, but yeah, here. Then change the opacity of this back now that you're doing the rear hair. So yeah, and then like this, and a little bit here. Oh my goodness, But anyway, you could just ignore this now that you've seen the way how do you do that. Then you add another rear hair on the back, which is also on the back of the layer. Rear hair, back. Although it's not visible. So you use multiply for more realisticness. Yeah, like this. Now next you hide every layer except for the body guide and the front hair. So first you start off with the outline, but I would be using the hair color, so I'd be using multiply for the outline. Then you use dip and hard and connect the hair like this. You connect the hair, and it depends on the depends on what type of hair you want to make. But you just need to trace it along those pieces of hair. While my sister Cactus is somewhat watching YouTube about Roblox hackers. She likes Roblox hackers. And even made a whole fandom about it. She also made some in her Gacha club. So yeah, this is how the outlines are going. I hope you're watching, because if you're actually listening to what I'm saying, Next, you add a layer and add. Then you use a felt tip and hard over here. Change the opacity of the brush to 80. White color, and then you draw in these. Make it this a little bit more opaque, a little bit more translucent. Wrong. So you have to then erase some along, erase the extras because they're not included in shining. So, but if it comes to these, this is pretty difficult, but yeah, I come through the situation. Just use a smaller brush anyway. Then you erase it along. Oh, Catpits is listening to Go Bonanza, but yeah. You both know the song Go Bonanza. You know, if you guys don't know the song, it goes like this. Hey ladies, drop it down, just wanna see you touch the ground. Be shy girl, boom dancer, shake your body like a belly dancer. Like that. So yeah, I'll be erasing these parts, and I'll talk about some. Okay, it's finished. So that next you have to make it like this, and then you press it along. Actually, Lily was impressed with the artwork, so that's why I made this tutorial. Then you use blur, and then you do this. Then simply like this, but since there's not enough shining, use an airbrush called Airbrush Triangle. Then you put them along here and we're shining there. Then you need make another layer and set it to multiply, which is the inner hairlines, which aka this. Here's what I mean. Okay, so I'll be using flat watercolor mix. You could also use it for multiple graphites. Set it to current layer, and then front hair. This. And our hairlines, but like this. You could also draw it along the parts that's not shined. Now you see like this. Right here. Then add another layer that's vivid light. Use a pen fade. And yeah, use the same hair color. And then you draw it along like this. Oh, actually it depends on what color you're using. So instead of using vivid light, let me try to use something. I'll just use add for this one. Now you draw it along like this. Like this. And then a little bit here. Yeah. For some reason sometimes I have to quit the artwork sometimes. And I'll like go to back to my gallery so I could see the brushes I use or the blending mode since. Yeah. Like this. Ow. Now you see I'll pause the video for a while so I could see what's the next blending mode I use for the next layer. Guys, we found out the blending mode. It was actually add. So yeah, add. Then you use this pen called Soft Falcon Pen Bleed. Yeah. Now draw it along the side of the hairlines like this. But to tip, I don't suggest using these in some other hair color, because sometimes in other hair colors that technique just doesn't work. So next, let me get back. Okay, because there's another blending mode I need to check. Guys, it was hard mix right here in the contrast.
But didn't it, expose the...
Yeah, but sometimes it could be pretty useful. Then you use a pen called Pencil Graphite. Put it in the unshined parts. Oh yes, correct. I have to enable these. No wonder. Now you see. Although I also don't suggest using hard mix. Okay, pin light. Actually, okay, color dodge. I suggest you use color dodge for pink hair. But to see what fits, so you need to put the color beside here and then open this tab. Use a blending mode and check whether the color fits or not. Okay, that's what I do. Right here. Okay, now like this, and then you. Then you draw, but make sure to draw it on unshined parts. So it could be clear, yeah. Very clear on the unshined parts. Then next you use a soft light. Then you have this sort of weird color but something related. Airbrush triangle and this controls the hair contrast. Or actually, I should use another color. Red, reddish purple, and pinkish red. Yeah, pinkish red. I'll just erase some right here. And then next, add a luminosity layer. Oh, it is soft like that. It should be soft like that. Sorry. Now let me erase. And let me do this all over again. This was my mistake because I thought I used a blending mode, but actually I have not. So you see like this. Supposedly, this layer is supposed to control the contrast. Alright. So make sure this one is on luminosity color. Use the same thing. Same color you used. Pen fade and then then put it on unshined parts. However, luminosity doesn't always work on everything. So if the luminosity does not work, then you could somewhat use other blending modes. But if you still want to use luminosity, put this on top of inner hairlines, but under the but you need to make sure you put it under the other layer that you use that's not having a name. And then actually it looks pretty weird, so then you use lighter color, but I don't know if lighter color like this. And then lastly, color dodge. Sorry if I've been struggling. And use color dodge and use again. Yeah, oil hair for better shine experience. For better shines. Yeah, right here. Then you put them around the hair shine so that you could improve the hair shine. Because you use a blur for it, that means it might blur the hair shines. That's why we're using this. And then here, you could also do the same technique in the back hair. But for that, you would also need to add a folder, put everything in, put these in it, and you got a folder. Yeah, looks nice. Next is back hair. Yes, I'll need to draw in some outlines. But I hope this tutorial helped you guys. Wait, but first, I need to show you how to shine back hair. Then, make sure outlines are like this. It's just you don't always use this hair. Yeah, I like this hair. Then you set, yeah, back hair shines. Yes, add it, select add and use a effective pen like this. Then erase along the extra parts, like what you did in the front hair. Now, when you're done, yeah, this technique. If you use a large blur pen, I suggest you go slowly, as it will lag because of, yeah. Do it like this. Now, yes, go back to back hair and use a multiply layer. Current layer and then use flat watercolor mix. You can also use a large pen for this. Yes, next add a add, but usually I do this because sometimes it doesn't work on other hair colors, so this is why I'm using add. So here's a tip. It depends on the hair color you're using. Like, so you need to check what blending mode fits the hair color. You don't need to use the blending modes I use when as it will for other hair colors, as it will just recontrast the hair or somewhat ruin it. Because you see, while I was making Furry Catley's profile picture, I used Vivid Light, but when I used luminosity for, like the pen fade thing, it ended up recontrasting her hair to purple. So I was pretty irritated since Furry Catley's hair color is black, not purple. So I used pin light instead. Even no matter what type of purple shading I use, it still that way. So that's when I decided to. Okay, so like this. Sometimes if you forgot, go back to the folder and open it. Just by pressing this. Oh, so you. Then you use, sometimes you could also change visibility. Oh. So then you, so that was a add layer. Oh, so now I know why. Add, and yes, use a soft falcon pen. Although if it's this hair, you need to draw it along this. use color dodge, and pencil graphite for more advanced hairlines. So you could also comment down what you think of my face. So I'll have. It's okay. At least you saw.
That has been like 1 minute.
It's okay. At least you saw a tutorial. Bye, guys.